Okay, we're joined by Coach Dave Van Horn, Trevor Stephan, and Jack Kenley. We'll open with the comment from Coach Van Horn.
Well, first off, I just thought it was a very well pitched game by both teams. I thought Trevor and McGill both they went at it now, and it reminded me of a Friday night SEC games where maybe one big hit or a mistake might be the difference. And that second run we were very fortunate on that with the throw that kind of went back into the runner, and then we just dropped one in there to get that second run. So third run was huge, but the pitching was outstanding. Trevor gave us every opportunity to get the lead, and just the feel of the game, you knew it was going to be tight, and feel fortunate to get away with that win.
Questions for the players?
Trevor, can you just talk about your performance tonight? And I guess it was a career high 116 pitches for you.
Yeah, that was definitely a career high for me. And then I think the most I threw before that was probably like 105, so it wasn't too much more. But and then just the night, it went pretty well there for the most part. I was kind of locked in early, and then I went through a little rough stretch there in the third and fourth, and then I found it again, so that was nice to get out there and find it.
This is for Jack. Jack, what's been the biggest difference for you really coming along there at the end of the SEC tournament, and then you're going 2 for 4 today?
Well, honestly, I think I'd give a lot of credit to my teammates. We have some really mature guys that really enjoy just being around each other. And just one thing Coach Van Horn said as soon as we got back from Hoover is that you have to want to be in that moment and be around the ballpark. And that's one thing that I think that we have really focused on, is just enjoying being around each other. And I've learned a lot from just being around Carson Shaddy and Alex Gosser, just reminded me to it's a game, just how to have fun. And that's the best thing that I think is, for me, just my approach, and it's helped me a lot lately.
Trevor, would you go over some of the defensive plays? I know you did a nice job pitching, but specifically the bigger Shaddy play, up the middle.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome. That was big time right there. That could have changed the whole inning. And at first I thought I was going to get through. That took a top spin hop and tried to sneak through there, but Jax he's been awesome all year, and he continued in the postseason. That was nice.
Coach, much has been made about your lineup and the depth all year long. The bottom of your order tonight, outstanding when you consider that Jack did what he did. Arledge, clutch, 2-out single, seeing eye single to tack on another run there in the 8th inning.
Yeah, we feel good about our lineup having some depth, and feel like we can score every inning. We've talked about that a lot. That it doesn't have to be the top or the middle. We can get it done with the bottom as well. And some of the guys that hit in the bottom of the order have hit the top of the orders, earlier in the season. We've moved guys around and kind of mixed and matched, and tonight it paid off.
Do we have any other questions for the players?
Jack, 2 hits tonight. Especially the second one turned out to be really big. Could have scored on the first one too, but with Spanberger up, a little surprised they pitched to them, and then kind of talk us through that run there.
Well, again, I have a lot of confidence in my guys, and I think just falling back on them, that knowing if I can't get the job done, then the guy behind him can get the job done. And like Coach Van Horn said, we can score at any time. So even Chad, as hot as he is, I think just about anyone in the ballpark knew something was going to happen when he's at the plate. And that gives me a lot of confidence on the base paths as well. So just having that in the back of my head, knowing that there's a huge potential for us to score in that moment, it helps a lot. So it helps me just have that little bit of extra edge as well, just so I can be there for Chad.
Hey, Trevor, with you guys' 14 strikeouts tonight, you guys set a school record for strikeouts in the season. You still got a lot of baseball left. Just what's it been about this pitching staff all year long that you guys have been able to come up and get the big strikeout when you need it?
Yeah, it's been huge with Coach Johnson coming here. He preaches power fastballs. That's what he teaches. That's what he loves. So, I think that's kind of contagious too. When you got all these pitchers just kind of competing against each other, friendly competition. We all enjoy it.
Over here.
Hey, Jack, you were 0 for 20 before you got your first hit in Hoover. I just wondered how much it meant to you for the coaches to keep putting you in there and let you work through those struggles.
Oh, it meant a lot. Just the fact that I was being put in situations where I could get some playing time and get some experience just let me know that they had confidence in me. And actually, it meant a lot just for me going forth that it helps me to find my role. So, and it's something Coach Vitello says a lot. It's sometimes the biggest thing you're competing against is just yourself. So how you can be the best version of yourself that day is how you'll succeed that day. And the roles that I was put in throughout the season helped me to find that role as best I can for myself. So I needed to just try to raise my my play just that much more. That's helped a lot.
Anything else for the players? Thank you. In the back.
Trevor, with that many people in the stands rooting you on when you have one strike, 2 strikes, or 2 outs, what's it like? What kind of energy do you feel on the mound?
Oh, it's incredible. It just gives you chills down the spine. It's awesome just getting to be able to experience that here. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you, guys. Questions for Coach? It's right there.
Hey, Dave, on Kenley, like I said, 0 for 20 before he got his hit in Hoover. What kept you guys coming back to him and just keep giving him opportunities in these games?
Well, number one, he's our best defensive third baseman. That's why he's playing. And the hits are a plus. Gates has started out, swung the bat pretty good when he came back and made most of the plays. But when he struggled a little bit, Kenley's got a stronger arm. He's a lot faster. Just a lot more range. And, we were pitching pretty good. We had guys up and down the lineup hitting. We just felt like, hey, we're gonna try not to make too many mistakes. Let's make a play and save a run in the field. And I've gone both ways with it. I've started Gates and then brought Kenley in, and I've flipped it. So it's probably been 50-50. But Jack's been swinging the bat really well in practice. So it's starting to happen for him a little bit.
Right here.
Yeah, Dave. Oral Roberts comes in hitting just under 300. Their ERA as a team is 3.0. I know you have great respect for their talent. That 4 seed? Is that a 4 seed you guys played tonight?
No. I've been saying that since I knew they were going to be. If we were fortunate enough to get a regional, I just felt like they were going to come over here and we were going to have to play them in game 1. And believe me, I haven't been looking forward to it. Thinking about it a lot, even during the SEC tournament. That's a very physical team. They've got, I think I saw they have 2 sophomores in their lineup and I think 4 juniors and 3 seniors. A couple of those seniors are redshirt seniors, so they're probably 23 years old. Those, that's an SEC team right there. And, like I said, it felt like it was Friday night in the SEC. Again, I feel fortunate to have beaten them.
I asked earlier the players about the defense and particularly Bigger's play, and just the plays up the middle both ways. It might have played a big part in this game.
Yeah, Jack's play up the middle looks like, off the bat, it looked like he had it under control, and he's very quick to his left. And the ball kind of skipped it. It kind of took off, and he had to throw that arm out there a little bit farther, and then he got it extended, and then he just made a nice flip. A lot of times, you don't finish that play. You get off a little bit, and he flipped it, and Carson didn't panic. The ball was to his right. Instead of reaching across his body with his glove, he just reached out with his bare hand and caught it and found the base. And we got outnumbered 3, and they had a run on third at the time, runner on third. So saved a run. It was a huge play for us. So. Both teams really played good defense. You take away the throw that goes into center field. They're a solid team. Their fielding percentage is like .978. It's incredible. So it was a pretty well played game.
Front row here.
Can you talk about the importance of strikeouts for you tonight and really on the season, because you just got a new school record for strikeouts?
Well, and I didn't realize that, but the strikeouts were really important. I guess it was in the third inning when they had the runners on, and he had a runner at third and 1 out, and he Trevor got the strikeout with top of the order, his second at bat, left-handed hitter, Rourke, and that was huge. It gave us an opportunity to, get out of the inning without a strikeout. And when he got through that, it seemed like momentum kind of changed a little bit, and the strikeout's big. It takes away from, obviously, chances of kicking balls in the field, but it's those timely strikeouts that are really big, and we got a few of those tonight that kept us even with the game and kept them off the board. But hey, it's nice, you strike people out. It's in there, and I guess the other thing is when you strike a lot of people out, your pitch count gets up as well. So that was a big concern of ours, really going into probably the 5th inning, because the 3rd and 4th, Trevor had to throw a lot of pitches. And I was just hoping he'd get through 6. Then he settled in, and we got a first pitch out, and maybe he had one quick inning there. It might have been the 5th or the 6th, and in my mind, I'm thinking, well, maybe he can get a 7. And then we just decided to let him go back out in the 8th, and I thought Kevin Copps came in and did a tremendous job for us there.
Here in the front.
Dave, with who you play tomorrow and knowing what happened in 15, is that something that crosses your mind, or is that a bigger deal for us and the media and fans and stuff?
Yeah, that was a good year, 2015. This is 2017. I think it's just different. Yeah. We're both 1-0, and it's a big game, so that's the only thing we look at. And there's a few guys on this team that were here in 15, but most of them are gone. So, and probably the same with Missouri State.
Last question.
With Matt Cronin, this is the second straight time you brought him in just to get one batter, and he did it again. I just wonder what you think about the way he seems to come through in those tight situations.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, in the SEC tournament, when we brought him in to get that lefty, I guess Dykeman, I would have left him in, but he threw 70 pitches 2 days earlier. I wanted to win that game, but I didn't want to hurt him. I wanted to have a chance to win this game. And that's why I only threw him one hitter on Sunday. If he wouldn't have got that lefty, I was going to leave him in. Stuff's good, and he's good to go. Let him go. And they had a switch hitter coming up that his numbers are a lot better against right-handed pitchers than they are left. So we thought, hey, if he doesn't get this guy, we'll let him go again. And but yeah, he's got good stuff, and he's gaining all of our confidence. The players and the coaches. So he should be good to go again tomorrow.
Thank you. Thanks, Coach.
Okay.